I want to spend a little bit of time talking about improving creativity. First, let's be clear that creativity is a thing that you can learn and improve. Remember, there was a time when you didn't know how to do anything. You couldn't talk, walk, or write. Sure, some things were easier to learn than others, but think about all the things you had to learn just to understand what I'm saying right now. The fact that we can learn new things is fascinating in and of itself, and it's partly due to something called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reshape its pattern of activity. When you're struggling to learn something new, you're basically rewiring part of your brain to deal with the new information coming in. That struggle comes from practicing. Practice is hard. You have to push yourself, you have to pay attention to the details, and you have to get accurate feedback. And of course, you're failing most of the time. But that failure is what's forcing your brain to rewire. Research has shown that you learn more from your mistakes than from your successes. In the design world, this looks like trying a whole bunch of approaches to a problem and then getting people to actually try and use your design. It can be totally gut-wrenching to watch people fail at something that seems super obvious to you. Yet, this is some of the most useful feedback, even though it doesn't feel good to get it. This is why we have to adopt a dispassionate evaluation of our own work. Professional athletes and performers of all kinds have special coaches and training to help them ride the emotional waves and to stabilize their reactions when they perform poorly, but also when they perform really well. Why both? Because if you get overexcited when you get a good result, you'll start to feel really bad if things don't turn out the way you expect. This is a type of operant conditioning in which your performance drives your emotional state, and it's really important to be able to separate the two. How you perform should not be coupled with how you feel. Didn't get the result you expected? Thank you, it's information. Had a great design review? Great, it's more information. Learning can be painful, but in the future we'll talk about a few ways you can structure your creative approach so that you can practice in a deliberate way. So, how will you deal with both positive and negative feedback to your designs? Thank you for watching.